Welcome to Indie Game Wishlist Workshop Part 4, where I want to talk about how to find your game's hook. So the more you study your own game, the better you understand your game and how it fits in your market, the more likely you'll come up with a hook, right? That will appeal to your target player. And all it takes is just one simple appeal that can make all the difference. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So in the game Obra Dinn, the appeal was it's a mystery puzzle game where you have to, investigate a murder of an entire ship crew, right? And in the game Celeste, the appeal was it's a platformer that, weaves gameplay into its emotionally genuine story. And then in the game Super Brothers, Sword and Sorcery, is basically a light, puzzle and combat game where you can enjoy, a great soundtrack and you just basically vibe, right? Or think about the appeal of the game engine you're using right now, right? What made you choose your game engine and not another? It's often one or two, features that appeal to you and that made you, want to use it, right? It's the same thing with your indie game, right? You need to discover that one small hook, that simple appeal, so that your potential player can understand your game in less than 3 seconds. So basically, what's in it for me, right? So when they land on your Steam page, you got 3 seconds to, tell them what's in it for me. And again, we're not trying to convince anybody to like your game. And because, using marketing to try to convince people to like something is very hard and is very expensive. And so, for example, it's really hard to convince me to watch superhero movies. It's just not my genre I like, right? So no matter how cool the CG is or how famous the actors are, just because I don't like the genre, I will never watch one, right? So a better strategy is to look for people that are already looking for you. And once they find you, you got to be ready, right? You got to make sure that when a potential fan lands on your Steam page, that player understands the appeal of your game right away. Again, that's because a player is not going to spend 10 minutes trying to figure out your game and, try to figure out what's in it for me. And this is why, word of mouth or, watching YouTubers work so well in marketing is because somebody else did all the hard work for you, right? And they told you why this game is cool or not, right? So that's why you're working so hard right now trying to understand your game. And I know it's tedious. I know it feels dry, but doing all this work, I promise that you'll get that, aha moment where you'll discover your hook and you'll figure out what makes your game really appealing, right? And then once you discover that hook or that appeal, then you can use that appeal in your marketing and on your Steam page. Because remember, you don't want your target player to land on your Steam page and then leave, right? That's why having a hook is very important because it grabs that person in, and then once they're in and they're interested, they'll want to see more and want to learn more, right? And the thing is, the longer a person stays on your Steam page, the more motivated they will be to wishlist your game. All right, so in this section, I want to work on how to discover your hook so that your game is more appealing to your target. Okay, so far in part 2, you figured out your top 5, Steam tags. And then in part 3, I had you, take those top 5 Steam tags and then figure out 3 features for, each tag, right? And if you haven't done so already, here and below in the description, I have those part 2 and part 3 blueprints so you can download them and if you want to do those exercises. Now, in this part, in part 4, what I want you to do is, every feature that you came up with, I want you to answer these questions. What does the player get to do with, that feature? Or what actions happen when that player performs, that feature? So for example, I'm making a shopkeeper game, right? And, my Steam tag, my first Steam tag is, basically shopkeeper, right? And then a feature of that tag would be, shop customization. So now, what does, shop customization really mean in terms of an action, right? To help me answer that is, what does the player get to do when they customize their shop, right? Or what happens when the player customizes the shop? What actual events happen, right? I want you to unpack each feature like this because this is how you show and tell a player what's in it for me. And this is how you get closer to, discovering your, game's hook and your game's best appeal. And this is really important to know because, like I said before, a player isn't going to do all this work for you, right? It's your job basically to figure out your game's hook and its best appeal, and then use your marketing and your Steam page to basically show off that hook, right? All right, anyway, here's exactly what to do. So here's your one-step action plan. What I want you to do is name 3 actions for each feature. So go open that Google document you've been working on so far, and under each feature that you came up with, I want you to come up with 3 actions the player gets to do. And again, to help you answer these questions. So what does the player get to do with, that feature? Or what actions happen when the player performs that feature, right? And if you want more details on this step, I made a template, and in the description, you can download the blueprint, the PDF, all right? And yeah, I know this isn't easy, but do your best. And if you can study your own game like this, and if you can get a better understanding how your game fits in your market, then you can discover, that hook and that appeal that no other game has, right? And this will help you not only, differentiate your game from other games, but it will help you attract your target player. And remember, the reason you're doing all of this work is because when a player lands on your Steam page, you need a hook so they don't leave, right? And this is the hook that, grabs their attention. And once you do have their attention, then they'll want to learn more about your game, right? And the idea here is the longer they stay on your Steam page, the higher chance they will wishlist your game. All right, good job. And I know this isn't easy, so if you have any questions, you can always contact me below. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, my name is Dariusz. I'll see you in part 5. Later.